Hello folks, and welcome to another video. So in this video we're going to take a look at my new Rode NTG microphone. Stay tuned, see what it sounds like. So guys, before we get into the video, I just want to make one thing clear. I know absolutely nothing about video or the microphone settings or anything like that, so it's going to be a bit of a steep learning curve for me whilst using the microphone. So that being said, let's get into it and have a brief look at the microphone and what we got and what the microphone is capable of that I don't know nothing about. So here we go. I bought this microphone way back in December 2025. It was in one of those Amazon Black Friday deals, so it was such a bargain price. Initially I was looking at buying the Sennheiser MKE 400, but this microphone within its Black Friday deal was a lot cheaper. So with the money I saved, I was actually able to buy that, which is the dedicated dead cat for the microphone. So that's what we got. So I'm going to have a quick brief look at the microphone and some of the settings. As I said, I know very little about the settings and what they do. As I said, I'm going to have to learn this out in the field, as it were, on the go, as they say. So what do we get, guys? Well, we get the microphone itself, all sort of metal construction or aluminium. Very, that is actually quite heavy, guys. Comes with the Ryko shock mount and this cold shoe mount, which I actually like the idea of that. By undoing that screw, thumb wheel, you can slide that backwards and forwards to give you different mounting positions on your camera, and then we just lock that down. So that's good because make it sort of, you slide it forward if you're using it not so much on the camcorder. By the way, I'm using the Sony AX3 camcorder here. If you were using that on your DSLR or your mirrorless, by sliding it forward when you're looking through the viewfinder, if you're using the viewfinder, perhaps when you're taking videos and perhaps doing photography, you're not bashing your head on that, which I think is a good feature. So we get that. Comes with the little wind muff, or foamy as they call it, guys. We got that. We also get a this is a TRS to TRRS, so it comes with that, so you can use that in your smartphone and your computer, I suppose. It also came with two other leads, one for you're plugging into your Android phone, your USB-C to USB-C for your Android phone, and I also came with similar but to use into your iPhone connections, but I'm not using them, so they got placed in one of my storage boxes. So that's basically what we get. So the microphone, well, the microphone itself has a built-in battery, so it's a rechargeable battery, so it's non-user changeable. So it's supposed to have about a 30-hour life from fully charged, so I don't think I should be using it for a 30-hour non-stop, but as a 30-hour life. It also has a auto on and off, so it will sense the power from your camera camcorder, turn on when that turns on and turn off when you turn the camcorder off. But what I have noticed with the Sony camcorder, because I've just sort of messed about with it and tried it, it doesn't seem to auto off on the camcorder. Now whether that was just me doing something wrong, or perhaps I didn't give it enough time to turn off, I don't know, but it didn't seem to auto off. I'm going to have to investigate that even more. But that's a you know, a good thing, because I'm forever forgetting batteries and forgetting to turn things off and leaving things on. So the fact that it's got a built-in battery and the auto on and off to save the battery, which is a good thing. So the microphone itself, well, there's on the back, so I don't know very well, that is an infinitely variable gain. So instead of the input from the microphone being a stepped one, you can just twist it to from 1 to 15. The instructions actually said that you start, let's say, start off at 10 and then play about with the camera settings and the microphone settings until you get your audio that you want. So that's what we get there. Right, so now I'm going to just mention some of the settings, guys, before we actually get into it. Now, as I said, guys, I know nothing about audio, so I don't really know what these settings mean or do. As I said, it's a learning curve. So it has a minus 20 decibel pad. So that you can access that by one press of the button, the button on the base. Where is it? So that can be accessed by one press of that button. Now that button also doubles up as the on and off, as well as access to some of the menus. So that one there. So you can access that by the sort of just the one, press it once to engage the minus 20 decibel pad. Now the microphone also does a safety channel, so it will record the audio to, I can't remember, it's the left or the right channel. I think it's the left channel at a lower volume. So it's like a safety channel, as the name implies. So you can then, you know, if the audio on one channel was just way too loud, you can then use the audio on the other channel if you want to, and you access that again by pressing the minus 20 dB pad button again. If you press them a third time, bang bang bang, you can use them both together. So you can get a safety channel and the minus 20 decibel pad. And if you press it 4 times, it will turn them all off. So that's going to be used for sort of like really loud noises and things like that. That's your safety channel. So again, these things I'm going to be learning. So it also has an EQ, so that would be accessed by the top button, that one there. So you're going to use that for anything low noise, low frequency rumble and that type of thing. So that has 3 settings. So you press it, or it has 2 settings, 3 presses I should say. So press it once, you get a 25, not 25, a 75 EQ. You press it again, you get a 150, and then you press it again and you turn all 3 off. Again, obviously I know nothing about that and what it affects are, so again it's going to be a learning curve for me. And then you also use that button again. You can do it for use it for a high frequency boost. So you use that if you're using dead cats and things like that. So you press it and you get that. So as I'm reading from a little notepad I got here, and it also has lights on. These, you won't be able to see them, guys, but there's some little LEDs there, and they light to tell you what mode you're in. And there's also one that tells you if the microphone peaks. So that's what we get. As I said, guys, I know nothing about the audio. This is going to be a learning curve whilst using the microphone, and also research on lovely YouTube. So what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to put it on the camcorder. Oh, a bit uncomfortable sound. So I'm going to use it on the camcorder and just try it out, just try a couple of bits of audio. and just see what it sounds like. Now obviously it's going to be very echoey because we're in my conservatory, but it's going to be very echoey. So we're going to bung it on here. Now one thing with the camcorder that you wouldn't have to use on other cameras is I got to use that. Okay, well, I've got a video about that, but that is a what do we call it, a riser. So the reason we're using that is so the camcorder, although it is a hot shoe, but the Sony call it their multi-interface shoe. So at the end of it, it's got a couple of little, it's got connections at the end of the hot shoe. So you need something, and again you won't see this, but on the back of that there's a little recess, because if you try and push your microphone hot shoe fully in, because of the connections, it won't go all the way in. Not that it matters, but you can damage the connections in there. So whereas that's got a little recess, but also the camcorder, it's got a little door, a little flap over the hot shoe. But the problem is when you clamp this down, it basically pinches down on the door, and if you're not careful you can actually damage the door by clamping it down. So by using that, it just makes it a little bit safer. Anyway, I'm wittering on. So at the minute, guys, we just have a brief sort of audio test or audio check. So what we've got, guys, this is the Sony AX53 camcorder. The audio is coming from the Rode Wireless Go, and I've got that just hanging on there. I thought I'd try that instead of clamping it to my t-shirt. So what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to put the microphone on. We're not going to move the camcorder, we're just going to do it as it is, and then we'll try a few little tests while we're doing that, guys. So just bear with me. So guys, here we are. We're now on the Rode NTG, plugged into the camcorder. So none of the settings have changed on the camcorder at all, so we're still in exactly the same settings as we were with the Wireless Go, which is on the camcorder was, I sort of had it what I call 50%. The microphone itself is on 11. I've gone up to 11. So anybody know what that films comes from? It goes to 11. It actually goes to 15, but this is on 11. That seemed to be give me the better setting on the camcorder, but again, I can't see on my tablet. I'm using the tablet as a monitor, so I can't see on the tablet what the audios are doing now. So sort of set at 11, it might be too much, might be not enough. But that's where we are, guys. So we're set at none of the other settings on the microphone. Is just basically at the box, apart from I've put the gain up to 11. Camcorder exactly the same with the Rode Wireless Go. So what I'm going to do, guys, we're going to we'll shove the foamy on and see if that makes any difference. What I also will do, as I'm stood up, I will talk to the rear of the microphone and the left and the right, just to prove that it's not going to be brilliant. So if you just bear with me, guys, while I go and do that. So guys, I'm now stood behind the camcorder at a sort of distance that would be if I was actually holding the camcorder and filming, and I was trying to explain what we were looking at, guys. So I'm now stood behind the camcorder at I don't know, probably in old money about a foot away, probably even less, but it would be if I was holding the camcorder and filming and doing a narration of what we can see. So we're now behind the camcorder. So I'm now on the right hand side of the camcorder. I'm on this side, you see there. So this is the side I'm on, guys. So don't know what the audio will be like on this side, but we're on the right hand side of the camcorder. So again, it's going to be quite quiet, I would suspect, but again, it depends what it'll be like as we're inside. The audio is going to be different inside to outside. So I'm now on the left hand side of the camcorder, just here. So again, it's going to be exactly the same as if we were on the right hand side. I'm assuming it's going to be quieter, but again, it's not a fair test because it's going to be echoing here until we're outside doing proper test. We're not going to really know, but just as a little brief test. So guys, now back behind the camcorder, just as a final little test. So we're still behind the camcorder in a position as if I was actually holding it, doing a vlog. So guys, what I've done now, I've moved everything forward at my table. So we are now, I'm now talking into the camcorder at a distance that I would be holding it if I was actually doing like a vlog style, if you like, guys. So literally that's the end of the microphone there. So that will be the sort of distance that I would be if we were doing a vlog style video. Again, it's not going to be a perfect true representation because we're inside on an echo conservatory. So that's where we are at the moment, guys. So I'm going to move it back and we'll have a little finishing chat. So here we are back at the starting position, as it were. So again, we're about metre and a half away, probably a bit further actually, difficult to judge, but that's where we are, guys. So hopefully we're going to get a good representation of the audio, but it's not going to be brilliant because, as I said, we're in here in a conservatory. Setting wise, at the moment the microphone is set on 11. So the microphone, as I said, guys, is set on 11. The camcorder itself, the audio level on the camcorder is set at about 50%. The sort of tests I've done with other microphones, that was the better setting. And when I did the initial test, with seeing the little meter on the camcorder, that looked about right. Trouble is, I'm using a tablet as my monitor, and unfortunately that doesn't show any of the settings of the camcorder other than I can zoom in and out and start and stop recording, which is a bit of a pain. So it should be set at the camcorder set at sort of 50%, if you like, and that's on 11. So I'm not sure what it's going to sound like. So this is the first little brief view. As I said, I know nothing about audio. I'm sure there's going to be people out there that are going to correct me in the things that I've said. But I have to learn now, but I thought it'd be a nice little test to do this indoors, just to see what it's like, actually to make sure it does what I want it to do. Anyway, guys, I think that's it. I'm wittering on. So as it's a Sunday lunchtime, I think it's a cup of tea and a cake. Oh yes, not only do we have cakes when we're on holiday, we also have them when we're at home. Oh yes. Yeah, indeed. Anyway, guys, enough of that. We will see you hopefully when we're out doing a field test with this, or something. Might not be a field, could be anywhere, but I want to do a proper test somewhere and actually use it and see what it's like. Now, my initial test will be everything as normal. I'm not going to mess about with any of the settings. I just want to see what it sounds like I've done now. I always want this when I'm out doing a test, just as it's out of box settings, guys, and then I can then judge what it sounds like and then change each setting differently and just to see what it's like. Anyway, I'm wittering on. We will see you all on the next one, guys, so thanks for watching this one, and catch you all again soon. Bye bye for now.